welcome to episode 97 and 98 of Army Think Tank podcast. I am Jen.
Jess.
And this week is kind of a weird-ish one.
It is.
If you're a recurring listener, last week we had to cancel because your girl cut her finger like pretty fucking deep. Like this part here, I still cannot feel.
Oh god.
So yeah, last week when we're supposed to record and everything, I had to go to urgent care because I don't know how to cut a bagel.
You should really not be around knives. Like
my mom got us a bagel guillotine.
Nice. There you go.
She put it as a pretense that because it was Jacob's birthday last Friday, she was like, "Happy birthday."
Here's a bagel guillotine for you.
There you go. So
yeah, I mean, last week for me was pretty chaotic. It was like the last week of shooting before Christmas break started, so everybody was just chaos everywhere.
But I also feel like because like unlike last year we took our like Christmas break during the holidays.
Yes.
And this week we're kind of not because the holidays is on the weekend.
Yeah, so it's a lot easier to
so
just
it's kind of like our early vacation.
Yeah, exactly. Ish.
So if like you're gonna be getting your regularly scheduled episode on Thursday, same thing next week, and then the week after. And our last episode of season 2 will be next week, just to end the year with a bang, possibly, maybe, I don't know. And then hopefully we'll come back with episode 100 in January. Hopefully with some cool stuff. So stay tuned, I guess. But otherwise, I also started PT for my knee.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It just keeps reminding me how not in shape I am. Because she's also making me do like hip exercises.
That's important.
So it's hard.
I mean, yes,
it's hard.
Yeah.
But I also got my stitches out today, so at least it doesn't look like a lot because it's just a band-aid now.
Yeah.
But because like it's been almost a week. I'm still my antibiotics until tomorrow, and it's gnarly. It was pretty deep. I mean, for me to not feel like part of my finger, it's pretty.
That's pretty deep. Yeah.
But shall we get into the past 2 weeks worth of news? I mean, when you look at it, it's like a lot, but not a lot.
It's a decent amount. We're winding down. I feel like, well, even like today, BTS like tweeted out a thing being like, thank you for a great year. Best is yet to come, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think, the year's winding down. We got still a lot of content over there.
We got a lot of comfort content.
Yes.
That's what I like to put it.
Yes, I agree. So I think we should start again with Namjoon and the rest of his promotional material because there's quite a bit.
Kind of wrap up the Indigo promotion era.
Which
Indigo's not going away, obviously.
No.
Promotion era for it is coming to close.
Indigo, again, like I've been listening to it nonstop over the past like couple of weeks. It's literally
my Christmas playlist, really.
Yeah, realistically, it's like that's my Christmas playlist is Indigo. I still so much enjoy it. I love all of the different types of promotional stuff that Namjoon's been doing because it's very him and it's very him,
but also when you look at it, it's so different than, like,
it's so different from what it's also like so different from what we've been getting from like BTS as a whole.
I just love it because like you got Jin going on a bunch of like cozy, funny talk shows, and then Junior's like, I'm just gonna go chat with artists and do my thing.
Yes. So we got like a ton of different stuff. So he did like an all-day series, a part 1 and a part 2, where he like took us through like his life, his daily life.
The only thing that like specific thing I'm gonna mention is him saying hello to every single camera in his house.
I can't. It's so funny.
And it's like, why should I pretend that they're not there?
True.
Us BTS are very serious into what we do, and then the subtitle BT serious, and I'm like, this is top tier stuff.
The editors. I absolutely loved it. His house is beautiful, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Like, can we just talk about how like intricate all of his like artwork is and how he like set it up in his like own style.
Very simple.
It's so simple. Like the thing that I noticed the most too is like all his like runners at the front of his house. He had so many runners.
They're
like
so
Junie,
all lined up.
They're all like lined up.
He acknowledged it at least.
He did acknowledge it. It's a lot of runners. My
Opening
guy,
the door, getting his food, looking at the camera.
I can't. I also just love like all of his unique pieces that he owns. Like it's so, his house is like a mini museum, and I think that's completely his own like style.
It's very him.
Yeah.
And it just like cements how art is just like
a
very important part to him, but like a comfort place for him.
Yes. Yeah, like he goes to museums to feel
to bring it like into
comfort.
His home in this way.
Yeah.
Also my favorite spot in his house is the chair with all the books.
Oh my god, yes.
I would spend my days there.
100%. Same. Oh yeah. I think too, like it really reminds me of the song in B, Fly to My Room, of like this idea of wanting your space to be yours and your comfort. Like I've built my room specifically so that it's my comfort space. I can come in here and be like relaxed. I can turn on my music. I can turn on my Jungkook lamp. I can like be in a space that's like
what my PC corner is for me.
So his like whole vlog really reminds me of that song. It's just like I want it to be comfort. I want it to be me.
We're spoiled getting not one but two.
Oh my god, the second one. Okay, first of all, the gym one sent me into like a complete pandemonium because I was just like,
god.
Excuse me, sir. Like him saying,
a collage of that. Wait,
like him saying, I usually work out, but in like without a shirt on. But for your eyes, I will keep you like. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one.
I made a collage of it.
Sir.
Oh my god, I tried to send it in one of my Discords, and one of the bots thought it was an inappropriate image. It's like he still has a shirt on.
He still has a shirt on.
I had to flip it to be able to send it. I had to trick the bot.
I mean, you know what, Junie? I really appreciate you saving us from ourselves. I mean, I think it would be pandemonium otherwise.
I have to find exactly what they said. Give me 8 seconds.
Because, like, boy, be out here.
Because I think that was last night.
I can't. Like, he's like, I gotta protect armies from themselves.
She said, Clyde is dumb. Haha. Junie, we're worried about you overheating at the gym.
I can't. But for your precious eyes, like,
I'm gonna keep it on.
Sir,
why you do this?
Why you do this? I need it right now. We also got like some behind the scenes of like the music video shoots. So that was like obviously again like we've talked about over and over and over again about the behind the scenes stuff, that it's something that's so like interesting and
so spoiled every single time.
So spoiled. Also, and like Hobi visiting.
Like more.
Yeah.
Like there's always more.
Always more. I also love how Hobi surprised him by coming to his music video shoot. That was like the cutest thing ever. The look on Namjoon's face was just like, you came.
There's
I was like
94 liners.
I love it. It's so cute. It's so cute. We also got the live in Seoul of his performance. I
still have to watch that one. I want to kind of keep it for a day where I'm kind of not feeling like doing anything.
Yeah.
And just like get cozy on my couch. Yeah. And like watch it on my TV.
It's so good. I am so glad he invited like I'm not going to spoil like everything, but I will say he invited a bunch of the artists on the album to
I saw that
be at the event.
Yujin was there.
Yeah, Yujin's reaction to ARMY. She's so talented, first of all. Second, she's like the sweetest person. She was like tearing up when everybody was like cheering for her, and I'm like, yes.
I just thought also how Junie called her on stage.
Yes,
because I saw TikToks, obviously.
Yeah.
I swear. But also, like,
so
shout out to the armies for being so freaking respectful.
Especially of all
when
the
he
artists
was wanting to take like the
photos,
selfie, the photo at the end. No one was pushing, no one was like grabbing at him.
No,
everyone was super respectful.
Yeah,
and, like, shout out to the K Diamonds, like,
truly. And I'm also so glad that we got to like. I was hoping we would get to see it because like obviously like there wasn't like no cell phones and stuff were allowed inside the event, and I think that was like the perfect way to do that kind of event, to like have us have a surprise, and like we weren't expecting to get like
I think that was like the whole point, and like the event itself being like super private and then
super intimate.
It's like Merry Christmas, surprise, you get to see it like anyway. And so I feel also like without having like any spoils or recording beforehand, it just makes it all the more special. And so when you watch it for the first time, it feels like you're there, right?
100%. I love that. And we also got the performance of him live in New York as well. So a couple of like really good performances. Obviously the one in Seoul was more for armies to go and see, and the one in New York was just for him to perform his songs. And both of them were totally Junie. Like to have this.
You good?
You all right, bro? You good?
So sorry.
No, that's fine. But both of them are very uniquely Namjoon, like the intimate concert with a bunch of just like 200 armies just hanging out and chilling and making music, you know what I mean? And then the other one being like in an art museum.
It makes me so happy.
In his comfort zone. I think that like this album's and J-Hope's as well, like both of them are totally unique to each of them, and they were promoted completely different, which I love.
I mean, at the end of the day, they were like, because it's their solo albums, they're also like a lot more involved because it's just them. And so, of course, it's going to be like a lot more personalized and personal to them. And I love to see it. I cannot wait to see like what everybody else is gonna do. Obviously, like even like Jin's solo song, like that was promoted completely different. That was so special. I'm still in awe of how that was done.
Like there's just so much uniqueness with BTS, and I think that's why I love seeing these like individualized albums coming out, and even the like Photofolios too, like all of it is so uniquely them, and it's so different, and yet it's still BTS at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like it's so them uniquely as individuals, but it's still BTS at the end of the day. And it makes me so excited.
Be out, like you see every individual color, and when they're gonna come back together, you're gonna be like, oh, this is a piece of this person. Oh, this is a piece of that person.
2025. As armies, we're not ready. Like we're not prepared for what's about to come, because like the individuality and them coming back together, like we get like Run BTS, but like to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's actually, you know, a good segue into when Junie was on KBS this week as well. So they've been on there once before as like an entire group. But KBS. KBS, it's a good segue. So he was on KBS and he was talking about that. He talked a lot about like military enlistment and Jin being going and how he feels about it, and the fact that he was like, we will come back to you as soon as possible, because they want to come back to us. Obviously, they've said that so many times.
I mean,
but again, it's always like
mentioned it in the Jin saying goodbye. Vlog, like at the end.
Yes,
he's the only one that's like went on and said something. It's like, I'm worried, but also like I know he's gonna be fine. And
he's gonna do really well.
Join him soon. So
which makes me believe, like just as a speculation, as I think that if not like a couple of them, all of them will go at the beginning of next year.
Yeah.
That's just my like thought. I think Hobi will probably go in after the Grammys because, you know, he was put in for a nomination in that category.
Yeah.
So I think Namjoon might as well, because he is the leader of BTS, and I feel like he, if they were gonna win an award at the Grammys, he would be the one to accept it. You know what I mean?
There's also a lot of speculation that Yoongi may not do active duty.
Yeah, because of his shoulder. Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
He like just had surgery a couple years ago.
Well, not just that, it's also because that it's something that he's had for years.
Yeah.
So even though he's got the surgery, he's doing better. It's like
it's still really, not 100%.
It's also not worth. It's
hurting
like a
yourself.
shoulder, like I've had surgery on my knee like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, almost 10 years ago. It's like it never goes back to 100%.
No.
And
no,
so
and
you
it can't.
do what you can in like the capacity that you can do it. But also speaking of like the enlistment, I'm pretty sure we talked about it before, but I'm pretty sure the Macne line are all gonna go at the same time.
Together, I think so. Yeah. It makes the most sense. And
also, I think it's really hard to keep these three separated.
Yeah, that's very true. So yeah, I think, you know, we'll obviously be seeing them in 2025. We got
old.
I'm already 30, so
I'm about to turn 26.
It's fine. Speaking of Jin's goodbye, we did get a Bangtan bomb. It's fine. I'm fine.
I mean, when we heard the news, we're like, oh my god, we're gonna be this age. But now that it's actually happening, we're like, oh my god, we're gonna be this age.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Age is just a number, baby.
I'm gonna go cry over TXT in the meantime.
Exactly. So speaking of Jin's goodbye, we actually got a Bangtan bomb, which I was not expecting. It dropped while I was at work.
It also,
and I watched
it. Came out of the blue.
Out of the blue.
Short and sweet. And
it's very like we say this constantly, but like the fact that they want to include ARMY in their lives as much as they do,
very personal.
It's very personal, and I feel really quite honored to be a part of that. And I said that much on Instagram as well. Just the fact that we get to be a part of these intimate moments is very like kind of them, and they don't have to do that. And honestly, like part of me is like you really don't have to, like, you know, you have given us so many goodbyes at this point. But it was really nice to see, obviously, like all of them go together. I did hear too, like no ARMY showed up at the event venue, so thank you for doing that. That's really like appreciated.
I also wanted to hug JK so bad.
I know. I wanted to hug all of them.
Poor boy. He's a man. I know he's my age, but the poor boy. Being raised JK.
Yeah,
especially Jin.
Yeah.
And I'm just here like,
yeah. Even like Jimin too, because I he's commented on Weverse so many times.
I'm changing his photo to Jin. But also, Jimin is blonde.
Jimin's blonde. Jimin's blonde. You know what that means.
He next? Question mark?
He's next. I think he's next. He's changed his hair.
But like, we're all like crying. Blah, 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 blah. And then like, Jimin is blonde?
I know. It's this dichotomy as like, if you've been in ARMY for a while, it's the dichotomy between crying and screaming, and there's no like in between. You're like doing both at the same time. I'm like sobbing and then being like, Jimin's hair? Okay, I'm gonna go back. That's BTSARMY.
The TikToks were also like so hilarious. People were like, oh my god, Jin, his hair, everybody being there for him. But
Jimin? Zooming in.
He also like really didn't try to hide it.
No, he really didn't try hard this time at all. But the last thing I will say is like I I am like obviously sad. I have been sad for like the past like week and a half, but
I mean, it's okay to be sad.
It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be like a little heartbroken.
I just don't want him to get sick. You know?
I don't want him to get sick. He doesn't like winter. He's like me. Doesn't like the winter time. But I do know that he'll be okay, and he'll be back to us like real soon.
Yeah.
So I'm just like biding my time and waiting, and
oh my god,
concentrating on all the other things that are going on.
Did you see that there's someone that enlisted at the same time as Jim with the exact same name?
No.
And there's like a TV, I don't remember which news outlet, but they interviewed the other dude. But because his name is the same, they can use Kim Sok-jin in the title.
Oh my god.
But it's so funny. Let me try and find it.
God. Oh Lord.
Let me try and find it.
Okay. While you're trying to find it, let's
CNN.
Oh, freaking CNN.
The title is CNN gains attention for their interview with Kim Sok-jin ahead of his military enlistment, but there is a hilarious plot twist. Idiots. Like, I want to say that this is not typical, but like it is all of the time. But I was just like, there's no way. And then I looked at the the review of the thing, and it's actually really funny. That doesn't surprise me like at all. Okay, let's move on to Kim Tae-young news. Oh god. So he first of all released a Bangtan bomb of his Starry Night, a special hosting thing, his radio show. So cute. It was so nice to like see armies, and he was just so surprised that there was armies there. And oh my god, when they did the phone thing at the end. Oh my god, I can't. It was so cute and so sweet. I love him so much. And then for a nice little whiplash, we got the production film of Me, Myself, and The Beautiful Days. First of all, what in the Bridgerton? Yeah, I don't know how to listen. But again, it's very Tay. It's so Tay. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. I was not okay. I needed a day to like process through my emotions. You know what's really funny? Like the photos and everything came out, and then Yoongi posted on Instagram in like the same kind of fashion, and I'm like, what in the Bridgerton 2.0? Yeah, what is going on? What is going on here, Mr. Darcy? Where's Mr. Okay, Yoongi knew Mr. Darcy. I am for it. Also Tay. But he's also so attractive. I'm always attracted to Kim Tae-young, but also, he took the duality from like the production film, and like him on the radio show. It's just like how. I don't know what to do with my hands. This is like the whole thing. I don't know what to do. He's constantly wrecking my life, and I don't know how to deal. For over 2 years, how much of a problem he is. Yeah. And when I say that, people think like I say this in like a bad way. It's like, no, it's a very good thing. No, it's a great thing. He's still a problem. Yeah. I don't think you understand. I am not okay. Like as every a person. Time I'm like, oh, like OT7 is my records, and I'm like, but Tay. But Kim Tae-young. What the hell? But he did so good on the show. Like, he did so good on the show. Yeah. I really love that he went from like presenting himself as BTSV and then just like switched to just say his name, and I was just like, you're a little Tay. You're so cute. So cute. He like did it so well. So proud of him. That entire like radio show was super fun. There was like good music, and it was just like it was such a vibe. And I'm so glad that he got to like do dance that performance. Oh my god, it was so cute. I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun. I loved it. He's such a good time. Cutie. I love him. And then finally, wait, before we go to freaking another member, Tay revealed his tattoo. Yes. Oh my god, you're right. In a very Jin fashion, might I add. Listen, so he was on vacation, and he just like revealed the short pics
and there was the tattoo sitting there. So we've gotten 6 out of 7 tattoo locations.
Yeah, it's right like above his knee.
Yes. And it's very Tay, honestly. Like so all of their placements are very them.
It's so random. It's so Tay.
It's so Tay. Like his random ass tattoo is in the weirdest spot possible. I feel like everybody placed theirs like so specifically
on the same level as like Zach getting a smiley face, like Zach Kornfeld from the Try Guys getting like a smiley face tattoo on his butt.
But it's exactly the same thing.
It's on the same level.
It's on the same level. Honestly, it's so random, but it's so Tay. He was probably like, I don't know what he was thinking with that, but it was something weird. Let me just tell you. And I loved it. Like it's so Tay.
I had to mention before we go into
I love it.
Hobi, so I'm just like Tay. I have a feeling that we'll most likely probably never or not like anytime soon gonna know where Yoongi's is.
Probably not.
Or he's gonna do a Tay/Jin moment and be like, "Oh,
just
it's just on
drop
my
it
arm."
and
He's just gonna be like, "Oh, it's on my arm, whatever."
Listen, both of those men said, you know what? I'm about to destroy Army and never come back for like a week and a half. Sir, excuse me? You can't do that. Like, I don't, what, you can't, like.
Dropping photos on Instagram and then disappearing for 2 weeks at a time.
I was like, Kim Tae-young, what is the matter with you? Hello? I'm gonna need you to explain. No explanation. Just
violence.
Whatever. Just violence. Jin did the exact same thing, although I did fall out of my bed. Okay, so with Jin's tattoo, I'm serious. Let me tell you the story of Jin's tattoo reveal. I think I've said it before, but I will say it for all the new people who have joined. So if you don't know, Jin is my bias. Hi. I'm both sad and wrecked at the same time most of the time. So that's the way that it is. Anyway, Lenny, so my friend Lenny, I was in my bed just like hanging out, watching some YouTube videos. She messages me on WhatsApp being like, have you seen the photo? And I was like,
what photo?
What photo? What are you talking about? And she was like, Jin posted his tattoo photo. You need to look at it.
Of course she did.
And I was like, excuse me? And she was like, get your phone. And so I literally fall out of my bed trying to grab my phone because I panicked and I was like, where is it? And then I ended up just like laying on the floor for like a good 20 minutes trying to process through and screaming at her for telling me. It was like also like, I don't know, like 1 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah,
that was my
that's just like the Yoongi photos. I wake up, they're there, and then they scream
violence.
Cad.
Exactly.
And
that's
Tanya is kind of like the
collateral damage. She's collateral damage.
She's collateral damage.
Although if I need to scream about Hobi, I definitely go to her.
Oh yeah,
she's Hobi.
It's just because we have like this like trio like group chat.
Yeah.
So like Tanya is kind of like collateral damage. But like Tanya and I watch a lot of the same like
videos.
Dramas.
Yes. So you have like.
Yeah. So when we talk about the dramas, then Cat is collateral damage. So it kind of works out.
It works out. It works out in the end.
Like right now, I'm watching a hospital playlist.
Oh.
And she's like, which doctor is your favorite? And I'm like, oh, I really like the pediatrics dude. But like Junwon, the cardiologist, is like has a special place in my heart. And then just as I'm typing that, she's like, the cardiologist is mine. And I was like, oh.
Panicking.
But yeah.
Speaking of Jung Ho-seok, let's talk about Hobi for a hot second here. So he visited the Hive exhibition in Japan. So sweet, so cute, because we know he was there to perform for the Mama Awards a couple weeks ago. Yay. So he stayed and saw the exhibition. Him saying like that he raised Jimin and Tae is like the cutest thing ever. Also Jungkook's comment of he doesn't listen but I love him is so funny. And then Jin obviously being the youngest member, obviously.
Yeah, we all know he's the true maknae.
Yeah, it was so cute to like watch him go through all the exhibition and like revisit things, and the Boy with Love set up. I love it. It's so sweet and cute. And
again,
also
it's like a short and sweet video.
It's a short and sweet video, but I love these little like
if you
moments.
need your dose of sunshine, go definitely go and watch it.
Go watch the video because it's absolutely so cute. And he's also going to be performing in New York City at Rockin' Eve in Times Square. So congrats to Hobi. He's going to be performing Equal Sign, Chicken Noodle Soup, and Butter, the holiday remix.
It's the last time that they did it in 2019.
Yes.
Where Jimin did the whole like jacket thing.
Correct, yeah. Yeah, so right Hobi's been invited COVID, back. Yeah. So like COVID 2020, 2021, 2022. I don't think they've had the big events there. So
yeah.
Except for this year, which is 2022. I know my years. But
I know what you mean. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So 2020 and 2021, they didn't really have a party. It was just like a online sort of celebration.
Yeah, I think
there
wasn't had like the ball drop, but they were just like, don't show up.
Exactly. Yeah. So this year they actually have like a performance. There's a bunch of other performers mentioned. Obviously, Hobi is like the most important, obviously.
Of course.
So again, like it's very, I feel like these performances that he's been doing is very Hobi, like, you know.
It'd be really cool if Becky
showed up again.
Yeah,
I think so too.
That'd be
you
really
know, I have a feeling she might. Like,
I want them to be able to perform this again so bad.
Me too. Oh my god! Like the first time hearing it was the best thing ever.
Like, also, like they're they're such great friends. Like their interactions are just so cute.
They're so amazing.
Like the respect and love they have for each other is like
It's amazing. It's top tier. We love Becky G on this channel. And as ARMYs, we love her so much. She's so one of our favorite collabs. She's so good on her own. We just like love her wholeheartedly. And I can't wait to see Hobi's performance. I was tempted to book some flights and go to New York, but you know, I think that I've already been to one chaotic festival this year.
Yeah,
I don't really want to push my luck.
If I could, probably, but like I would rather not spend a day in a big ass crowd. In the cold.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That too.
I'll watch it online.
Yeah.
Because it'll definitely be on YouTube. So
absolutely, yeah. Well, and I'm hoping again, like we'll get a behind the scenes of it on Bangtan TV, which I'm sure we will.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. But
especially for like these big things at the end of the year, it's pretty rare we don't get those.
True. Yeah, so you know, it's been like we're winding down obviously to the end of the year. I hope that everybody's gonna have a good holiday over the next weekend or so.
Yeah, it's this weekend.
It's this weekend, so you know, Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. Happy Hanukkah,
holiday to
happy holidays.
Holiday you celebrate. But we're not done just yet. We're gonna go to artist shout out.
Artist shout out. Who are you shouting out this week?
I believe it's one we've already done.
Yes, indeed.
Cherry Art.
Love.
Like she even did like a Wednesday one, which is pretty cool.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, the Tay from the Photofolio. I really like the military one.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. So it's just Tay.
It's just Tay, you know.
Yeah, it's just so cute. I just love their art. It's just so good.
Yeah, me too. I really enjoy how unique it is and how like it's a blend of that like sketchy with like the color contrast. It's just it's so good.
It's so pleasing to look at.
Yes. Super pleasing to look at.
I would frame these.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, that's my artist this week.
I love it. So my artist this week is K-pop Greetings, and they do a lot of like holiday cards, like Christmas, birthday, that kind of stuff. And I just thought it was pretty fitting for this week.
Wait, did Fama send me a Christmas card from this shop? Wait.
Possibly.
Wait a moment.
Probably.
It wasn't. But it's really similar. Fama sent me a card.
Oh, cute.
I love it. Sugar Christmas.
So cute.
But it just looked really similar. So I was just like, is this? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, this one is from Doozy Doodle. Well, it's there's a Felix Navidad. That's really cool.
I thought it was pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I mean, if like Stray Kids, like a Stay or Not, everybody knows that song.
Everybody knows. If you don't know that song, listen.
Stay or Not, everybody knows that
everybody
song.
knows that song.
Felix never bad. All right.
Anyway, songs of the week. Yes.
So my BTS song this week is Seesaw.
Amazing. Love that song.
It just comes back every once in a while, and like if you're not new to the show, you know how special that song is to me. So it's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And also in the feel good like kind of vibe, my non-BTS song is Shout Out by Hypen.
Ah, so good. I love that song. It's so good.
You know how much I love this song.
Yes, it's so good.
Probably my favorite in the Hypen song.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some
and I love Hypen. So
yeah, true.
Those are fighting words.
Fighting words right there. So my BTS song this week is Crystal Snow. I don't know. It's like
because it's so cold outside.
Yeah, well, it's like cold and Christmassy, but it's also, I don't know, like Jin in that song is just so freaking good. His high notes, I can't. It sends me into another dimension. It really does. And my non-BTS song is Lonely by our lovely Namjoon, because that song is just, it's been on repeat. It's been in my head.
I was going to say classic. Not yet a classic, but it is.
It kind of is, though.
I mean, it just came out.
It just came out, but
classic.
But classic anyway. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up, shall we?
We shall.
So, as usual, we have a new podcast episode coming out every Thursday. A reminder, next week is going to be our last episode of season 2. We're coming back with season 3 in January. Yeah, we're not going away. We're just starting a new season.
Yeah.
Year. That's basically it.
Yes.
But we also have a new clip coming out every Sunday at 3 p.m. EST. You can also listen to us on the go, basically on any app where you would listen to your podcast on the go. Mm-hmm. And you can also find us on our social medias at Army ThinkTank or at Army ThinkTank Podcast.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified whenever we post a new video. On that note, have a good week and a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Love you guys so much.
We'll see you next week to celebrate the new year.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.